Well, it's of a road, or partly of a road, because some of it's in fields. That's near where I have a cabin. I built a cabin in Newfoundland, and it's very remote and very hard to get to. And part of the difficulty in getting there is going over this pseudo road, which only a few other people use. So there really are gigantic rocks in it, and you can only go 2 kilometers an hour, kind of. But I've always found it very interesting. I wouldn't want to do it every day to go to work or anything, but during the summer we cover it a few times. And I just became interested in the kind of variety that it has. Actually, I made a film called Seated Figures, which is a cinema auditorium film in 80-something or other, where I tried trucking with the camera, built a special kind of rig where the camera sticks out the back of a truck. And I shot a whole bunch of different road surfaces and made a film that uses asphalt and so forth. But it is shown the way you normally project a film. So there is a predecessor, in a sense, like a kind of sketch, which I made before in the way. But it uses the effect of panning the camera or trucking, which is a unique physiological experience because we don't see that way. You always have to do a certain amount of, like, when we pan, we move like this and we go from thing to thing, and the camera's doing that, but when it's shown, the frame is stationary and everything moves through the frame. So it's kind of like the opposite of what was done in order to make the thing. And it's an effect that's about 100 years old because it's as old as cinema, but it is something that's very specific to perception. So in the way uses different speeds and different framings of this road, and also some pastures that are nearby which have flowers and so forth. So in a kind of content sense, it's very rough in some ways because it's just a muddy, horrible muddy road. And then there are places where the grasses take over and there are quite beautiful flowers, daisies and things like that. So it has a range of feelings in a way too. And the speeds of movement are quite varied. Sometimes it's fairly fast, so it smears. Well, the viewing of 6 new works is based on the movements that a hypothetical spectator might make in looking at a particular proportion and size rectangle on the wall. And what's there is the movement of looking over this hypothetical rectangle. And there are 6 of these movements, and each one is a different color, so it has they have a certain effect on each other. But each one moves with a different character, like a different personality, and they were actually, even though it's kind of advanced technology in some ways, they were actually done by hand, because I wanted to have a handmadeness or a body or organic quality to the movements. And in each one of them, I tried to move in a slightly different way so that each would have a kind of personality. One of them, the one that becomes red, is a square, and it starts out, if you can say there's a start, they're looped with the red one side being revealed. So it's as if when you look at a square, you might look up it and then across it and then down one side and across, and that's what it does. And then when it's done that, it goes over the surface the way one might do. if one was looking at a picture. So it's the movement of perceiving something without the something.